Hi, and welcome to Camp Browning. It's going to be such a fun summer. I'm so excited that you have decided to join us up there for your youth conference, your girls' camp, young men's camp, whatever you're doing. So excited that you're coming. It's going to be such a fun time. Let's dive right in. Let me share my screen, and we will have a blast here. Just get to know everything to know about Camp Browning. There's a picture of our bridge and some beautiful scenery. It's just gorgeous up there. You're going to love it if you haven't been there before. Okay, first of all, a little bit about me. My name is Stacy Brower. This is my 4th year serving at one of our council camps. My first year was at Camp Kiesel as a volunteer, and then the last 2 years I've been at Camp Hunt in the kitchen and as a business manager. I've got 2 boys, John and Isaac. John is currently serving in LDS mission in Chihuahua, Mexico. He'll be home in September. I am super excited to be at Camp Browning this year. When I'm not at camp in the summertime, which is my happy place, I am a district executive for the Boy Scouts of America, and I love every minute of my job. I love to help youth learn and grow. So it's just what I love to do. So I'm super excited to help your youth learn and grow and reach new heights this summer, literally and figuratively. All right, here's some more beautiful pictures of Camp Browning. We are so excited to have you come and see our gorgeous landscape. Nestled up in between the cliffs in the mountains, high above Huntsville. It's just gorgeous. You're gonna love it. All right, so Camp Browning. As I was getting ready for this year, I wanted to think of a mission statement that would represent what we wanted to accomplish this year. And this is what I came up with. Camp Browning is dedicated to empowering youth by providing an inclusive and dynamic environment where they can explore, learn, and grow. Our mission is to foster personal growth, build confidence, and enable young individuals to reach new heights in their lives. Through diverse and engaging experiences, we aim to inspire a sense of adventure, resilience, and community. One of the nice things about Camp Browning is we take care of the food and all the fun stuff, all the program, everything we take care of for you. You can just come and enjoy, make fun memories with your youth, and challenge them and challenge yourself. Just enjoy the time. And you only have to worry about the spiritual side and what you're going to do during your downtime and your group time. We'll go over that in a little bit when we get to the schedule. You can create some unforgettable moments with your youth. It's super exciting, and I'm super excited to share it with you, if you can't tell. All right, so when you get to camp, there's 2 schedules. Our 3-day schedule, it comes on Monday. Our 4-day schedule, you guys come Wednesday afternoon. So Monday, try to come around 8 o'clock in the morning. Wednesdays, when you come on Wednesday, come around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You will need a 4x4 vehicle to transport your gear up the canyon to camp. There is a small parking lot down below, and then everybody will walk up while the truck takes everything up. If you have a trailer or something, that's okay. Just let me know ahead of time. Make sure you have a good enough truck that can make it up the hill and get it back down. Okay. But for the most part, plan on getting everything up in a truck to camp and then parking at the bottom of the hill. When you get there, all the leaders need to come to the pavilion to check in with me, and make sure you bring your medical forms, your swim check. We'll go over all that in just a minute, but make sure you bring all those forms that you need with you when you come to check in, and I'll make sure I'll get you to your right campsite and get you off where you need to be, so you know, have time to get set up and all ready for your fun adventures. Okay, getting to camp. Let me move that. We are about 43 minutes up Ogden Canyon from Ogden. So depending on where you're coming from, you can plan on that. Once you get up here by Causey Reservoir, then there's a dirt road that takes you, excuse me, there's a dirt road that takes you back along Causey. And you're going to come back to a gate right about here that says Camp Kiesel, Camp Browning. Go through that gate. Oh, Kate's out here, sorry. And then you're gonna come out. There's a big parking lot right here. We will meet you there and help you get your stuff. There's a smaller parking lot right up here where this is where you're gonna park. And then we'll drive this stuff up, and then it's just about a quarter mile that you have to walk up, but just plan on that. Driving this stuff up the canyon, up the road, and then, but everybody parks down here. There's not enough space up at the camp to park. So just plan on that, be prepared. Okay. I was about to say any questions, but you're not listening to me right now. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm going to give you my email at the end. My phone number is in the leader's guide. So I'll show you where that is too. So call me, email me, text me, whatever you want to do. I'll answer your questions. Happy to help make your camp experience awesome. All right, our camp schedule. Are you so excited? All right, so Mondays. You can check in any time after 7:30. Arrival time is at 8. So just whenever whenever you can get everybody there, it's fine. Anytime after 7:30. We have orientation at 9. You will want to have your full group come to orientation. So what I'm about to talk about goes for both groups. So the 3 days and the 4 days. I'm just going to kind of go over it with the 3-day and then the changes with the 4-day. So orientation, bring everybody, and you'll have some time to set up camp. Then we're going to just dive right into the rotations. Dinner, for lunch and dinner, for all our meals, we're going to meet out by the flagpole. We're going to sing a quick song, say a prayer. In the evening, we'll take down the flag. In the morning, we'll put up the flag. In the evening, we do have our campfire program. Silly scouts, funny songs, some scout stuff, some other stuff, but skits and just fun stuff that entertains us as much as it entertains you. We hope you'll come and join us for that. It's a lot of fun. One thing we do ask you to do is observe the 10:30 quiet time so that everybody can get some rest and enjoy the next day, because everybody's going to be tired and want that good rest so we can enjoy all our days at camp. You and your group and my staff. Tuesday morning, there is a polar plunge. Yes, a polar plunge. It's nice and cold. Wake you up, refreshing in the morning. It's awesome. And then we have our rotations. The open program time is if you have something that you did not get done, or you feel like you want to go do again. So you didn't quite make the top of the cliff, or when you're climbing, or you want to see if you can beat your time on something, or you want to beat your leader on archery because you just were so close. You got to go have another competition. This is your time to go do that and have a little bit of fun. You do have a little bit more group time on Tuesday night. That's a good time to do your devotional or anything that you would like to do. And then Wednesday morning, we have our sunrise hike. It's so fun. It's just up to the top of Oregon Rock. It takes about 10 minutes, not very long at all, but the view is spectacular. You're not going to want to miss it. Both the sunrise hike and the polar plunge are optional. So if you choose to join us, we'd love to have you. If you don't want to, you want to sleep in, 6:30 is a little early, but if you want to join us, get everything out of it, then we'd love to have you. All right. So 4-day schedule. Main difference is, hey, you're coming in the afternoon, not first thing in the morning. So there you go. But you do the same thing. You check in. But when you get there, you can come around 1:30, 2 o'clock. Orientation is at 3 o'clock for you. And then your first rotations are going to start right up at 4:30. Then we have dinner and campfire program for you too. One thing that's different for you is you do have on Thursday night, you have game night. So you have an extra little bit of time. If you choose to come play games with the staff, we will be there ready to play, have fun, hang out with you guys. We've got gaga ball, cornhole, spike ball, cross net, lots of fun things to play. And we'd love to just hang out and get to know you, get to know your youth. So we'd love to play and hang out if that is what you would like to do at that time. All right. And then you've got the sunrise hike. And 4-day, you have one other extra fun thing as well. You have the Browning Challenge on Friday morning. The Browning Challenge is a relay race that goes through all of our rotation stations, starting down at the waterfront and then ending at Archery. So as you're going through your rotations, make sure you figure out who the best at each spot is and what you're gonna want to figure out there. So it's a lot of fun, and we're super excited to bring that back. Then you guys have some open program time as well on Friday afternoon to go back and do whatever area you want to do again. So, and then Saturday morning, you just have breakfast and clean up, play games if you want, head out whenever you're ready. So looking forward to a wonderful, fun summer, whether you have a 3-day or a 4-day. It's action-packed, lots of activity. They'll go home tired. It'll be a lot of fun, and they'll be talking about it for a long time. All right, so orientation, like I said, 9 o'clock on Mondays, 3 o'clock on Wednesdays. Bring your whole group. We have each one of our areas talk about everything that they need to know for that area. So everybody knows what to do when they go to the area, and you don't have to waste time in each one learning. You can just jump right in and have fun. So for the most part, this is our high cope course. This is the first of our 5 areas I'm going to talk about super quick. The high cope course is awesome. We have a great high cope course. You're tied in and climbing, and we teach the youth how to do it safely and to overcome obstacles and just reach goals that they didn't think that they could on there. And we've got the low cope course. This is more about team building and challenges and lots of games to come together more as a team and have a great time learning and growing together. So we're super excited about low cope. That's one of my favorites, actually. And then we are so lucky to have a 70-foot high natural rock wall in our camp. Not very many camps can say that. So we have climbing and rappelling. Here's some pictures of some of our staff and some youth from last year doing some fun activities on our walk wall. You're gonna love it. It's a great place for kids to face their fears and try something new. Our staff will be fully trained and keep you safe and help you have a great time. This is going to be one of the areas that they are just going to love and talk about for a long time. There's a couple more pictures of our rock wall. It's awesome. You're going to love it. And then aquatics, we do have canoes and paddle boards on our little pond here by Causey. So you can paddle and play. We like to stick in our area right here and not go out on a Causey. It gets pretty busy out there in the summertime. So we like to stay in our little private area right here. It's kind of nice and a nice place to cool off on a hot day. It'll be a lot of fun. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it all. That's what I keep saying. I promise you will. Okay. And then we have archery and tomahawk throwing. What a great way to practice and challenge each other, and maybe challenge a leader who can get the most points or who's better shot. That's always a fun area. Okay, and then, our campfire show, yes. So we have our campfire show Monday night or Wednesday night, depending on when you're there. It's a lot of fun, and we hope you'll come and enjoy. We like to sing some songs and do some funny skits and just have a lot of fun with it. So we're super excited to put that on for you and see your smiles and have you laugh along with us, because if you don't laugh with us, we'll laugh at ourselves. So it's okay. Polar plunge time. This is the creek here where we do our polar plunge. It's nice and chilly, coming straight off the mountain up there. So doing that at 6:30 in the morning, it's very refreshing, and you're gonna want to try that out. Here is the view from the sunrise hike. This day it was not quite sunny, a little bit rainy, but still beautiful. So from this view, you can see this is the bottom parking lot when you first pull in, the main Kiesel parking lot. This one up here is our parking lot. This is the Browning parking lot where you will park. You'll just come up this little road, park right there. Anyway, so you'll come along Causey Reservoir, the gate's right here for Kiesel and Browning, and come on back in. We will have somebody down here around this area somewhere waiting for you to help you get where you're supposed to be so you don't get lost. Okay. All right. Pre-camp preparation. Let me show you. If you go to utahscouts.org, here we go. You can find utahscouts.org/Browning. All your information you need about camp is right here at your fingertips. We still have a few open weeks. So if you have anybody that you know of that is thinking about trying to figure out where to go for girls camp or youth conference or whatever they need, tell them to head our way. Or if you're still on the fence, you might want to get going on that reservation. Even though it says the reserve now, most of these do have people on them already. So we're getting almost full. All right, so when you're on here, go to the 2024 Youth Camp Guide and click on download. That is going to get you the information that you need. So you've got our camp reservation information, Terry. She can help you with any reservations or payments that you need. If you need to call the office, that's who you're going to talk to. This is my information right here. I am the camp director. This is my email. And this is the phone number for camp. There is no cell service up there. So if there is an emergency during camp, that is the phone number that people would call. So if there's an emergency at home, that's the phone number they would need to call. There's a quick overview. I'm not going to go over most of this. This is just for your information. You can look at it later. I want to show you down here at the bottom. Oh, I didn't tell you earlier when we were talking about food that we eat out on our deck, we have a deck out by the dining hall. It's beautiful. We sit outside and eat our meals. It's wonderful. Oh, what do I need to bring for check-in? Yes, your health forms, copy of your registration, showed paid in full, group roster, swim checks. Yes, all those things. All the information you need should be right here. I'll answer some of these questions here in a minute. There's our camp map. There's our schedule. And so each car that drives up will need one of these in their windshield. So make sure that's filled out, print those out and put it in your car. Swim check is what I wanted to talk about. Make sure that before you come up, you go to a pool and do a swim check. Any adult can do this swim check. We just need to know if your youth are able to swim and handle the water. So just take them to any pool for a fun activity before you come up to camp, and just make sure everybody's name is on here. Make sure we know if they're a swimmer, beginner, or learner. And the criteria is right here. So if they're a swimmer, they need to be able to do these things. If they're a beginner, they need to be able to do these things. And if they're a learner, then they can't do any of it. So then we just need that brought to us when you come to camp, when you come check in. And then same with the medical forms. You do not need a doctor's appointment to fill these out. Parents just need to fill these out. We do need one of these for everybody that's going to be in camp. It is important that we have this information just in case there is an emergency and we have to call an ambulance or something or go down to a clinic. It's a good starting point for medical personnel if there is an emergency. Hopefully there's not. There wasn't last year, so we don't want there to be, but just in case, we do need this for every single person, adults, youth in camp, medical forms for everybody. Okay, so I think that's all there. That's all I need there. Let's go back. Yep, leader's guide, medical forms, and swim checks. And then payment. Half of the total balance is due by May 2nd. And then the other half is due 2 weeks before you arrive at camp. I understand that you may not know how many people are actually coming to camp. So just make sure that you get that final payment at least 2 weeks before camp. But make sure everything is for sure paid for before you come to camp. It'll make check-in process a lot easier. Even if you just pay the day before you come. But 2 weeks before is better. That way we know how much food to order. We know who's coming. So we can make sure that we have everything we need to take care of you guys. That brings up another question. If you have anybody with food allergies, make sure they fill out the food allergy forms on our website. Yeah, make sure that we fill out that so that we know how to, so we can get that food ordered. Have them fill out that 2 weeks before they come to camp. And you can find that on our utahscouts.org/Browning as well. There's a dietary needs at camp. Let me pull that back over. Right over here, dietary needs at camp. So which camp you're attending and the day you're arriving. You're there for youth camp, your name. This way we can find out if you have the different things. I can give you a call and we can make sure that we can feed you properly. I don't want to have any issues at camp. So anyway, just make sure that that is done at least 2 weeks so I can go get food. Okay, camp assignments. So in the leader's guide, it does say that the tents fit 3 to 5 people. This is what the tents look like. They are on platforms. So you do want to have everybody bring a cot or a pad or something to sleep on. They don't want to just sleep right on that wood. But camp assignments will be sent out probably in May, along with your rotation schedule. So you'll have all the information you need sometime in May. So before you even come up. And May, I want to say the 18th is our open house. So you can come up and wander around camp and see it. It will be pretty raw because it'll be right after the winter. We won't have been there yet. So, but you can kind of get an idea of what camp will look like when you are ready to come up if you want to come to the open house on May 18th. That is the current plan unless snow changes our minds. Okay, frequently asked questions. Is there phone service at camp? No, there is no phone service at camp. We are in the rocks or in between the cliffs up there. I hear that Verizon sometimes can get a little bit through, but pretty much no, there's not a lot of cell service at camp. And what kind of wildlife is at camp? We have moose that wander through occasionally. There are rattlesnakes and squirrels and mice. The things that are the most you need to worry about the most are the squirrels and the mice, actually. Make sure you don't have any food in your tents that is just in its original packaging. Make sure it's sealed. The squirrels will get in there and eat it. If it's just in a Doritos bag or something, they're going to open that. They're going to steal it. What are the tents like? I showed you those. They fit 3 to 5 people in them each. And then will it be boys or all girls when my group comes to camp? We have no control over who books. As you saw when I showed you the reservations, that some of them are full, some of them are not. So if they're not full yet, well, I've got people booked on every single reservation. We don't know if it's boys or girls that are coming. And if you book on there, we don't know if you are boys or girls group, depending on how you register. So it's just who it is. So there could be boys and girls mixed in the camp. So just so you're aware, if I do know, if I do know based on your reservation, if you put in there that you're young men's or young women's or what it is, I can try to separate the boys from the girls. So if you're there for youth conference and you're just all mixed, then we'll figure that out as well. Is there a large space where my group can do a devotional or fireside? Absolutely. You can, when you get there to check in, and you come to the pavilion, when you first get there to talk to me, we have our fire bowl, our pavilion, and probably a few other places we can use. Just talk to me when you first come to check in, and when you want to do whatever you want to do, your fireside or your devotional or whatever activities you need, and we'll arrange a place for you to meet. So that is not a problem. Here again is my email, stacy.brower@scouting.org. Feel free to email me. My phone number is also in the lead. It wasn't in the leader's guide. My phone, anyway, email me. That's probably better. I get my email on my phone all the time and I'm always on it. So just email me if you have any questions. I'll get right back to you. If you want me to give you a call, give me your phone number and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'm looking so forward to having a fun summer with you up at Camp Browning. It's such a beautiful place. It's going to be an awesome summer. Thank you for trusting us with your youth, trusting us with these experiences. And thank you for taking the time out of your life to come to camp and to make these memories with your youth. It is so important and such a vital part of their life. I'm super excited to be a part of it too. Thank you, and we'll see you this summer at camp.